morning, everybody, and welcome to Power Plays Palace. It's Tuesday, November 18th, and SPY is starting the session with a bearish setup after yesterday's bearish day. And I tell you what, it tried to push back up later in the day a little bit. It didn't work. Let's take a look at this chart right now, because it's moving already this morning. Oh man, look at the SPY. Y'all can see yesterday, right at the open, it had a brief little push up. Pushed up probably about, what, $4? Yep. Then it came down $6, went back up about $6, and then the bottom came out, and it dropped all the way from 673 to 662.18, and it did that from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So those 3 hours, you could have bought you some puts almost anywhere along that time, and you'd have been fine. And this morning, it's in that same area. And it just so happened that, it retraced. From the previous day, it ran all the way up. Had the gap up pre-market yesterday. And then it brought it back down. And I think that was a retest to try to push it back up. So we're going to see what happens. But we saw what it did yesterday. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens. So, yesterday SPY was at, it was 673.71. Couldn't hold it. Sold off. Overnight, the price action kind of stayed the same. Now we're hovering about that level. So the big question right now is, do we continue to go down, or do the buyers try to push this thing back up? And our key controls on today is going to be 662 to 665.50. And whichever side wins, I think that's the direction we probably go in for the next couple of days. But, that's me. So let's look at the chart from yesterday. Pre-market, when I made that chart, SPY started to go down even before the market opened. And it actually went down, and it went lower than what we expected in the pre-market. At the open, it ran back up to 673. 71. So at that point, you could have got back in. You could have got in because it was already fully established. It was in a downtrend at that point, and you could have played it down from there. I know we got 672.60 on the chart, but you had another $10 move even below that. So like I said, you could have bought puts anywhere in it, and you would have been fine. So the SPY was doing this thing yesterday. If you bought puts, you should have had a great day. If you bought calls, you had to be blind as a bat, because ain't nothing in that. Well, no, let me take that back. You could have bought them twice, 3 times yesterday. You could have bought calls. Let me take that back. You could have bought calls at the open. You could have bought calls after this first move here when it tested this level at 11:20. To 12 o'clock, and after this push down here at 3 o'clock, you could have played calls, the rest of the day, and you would have got back, you got back $3, so you could have played it. So I'm gonna take that back. Depending on when you got in it, you could have played calls. So let me take that back. All right. So here we go for today. Let's see what we got here. If SPY can break and hold the ball to 665, 67, then you'll look for a long entry there. Stop goes below 665.10 with the upside target 667, 668, and 670. Now, if it continues to push down strong in the pre-market, then we have to reset this level. Right now, it's about 720, So in the AM, so we, that's what we're using right now. I used the previous day high and low, pre-market high and low, and so right now that's what we got. But if it's able to pull up, just tell us the buyer's gonna take some control and attempt to push and get back some of them gains from yesterday. And but if SPY pushes up, if SPY continues to stay down or pushes up into that area, and then it retreats, or if it pushes up into that area and it can't hold, then you're gonna be looking for short entries right there. And what I'll be looking at is put a stop loss above 666 with 663.80, 662, and 661.90. And this setup, almost instant that I'm looking at if the SPY moves. Because what happened is, if you look at the way SPY moved the last few days, it will usually at the open make a strong move one way or the other, and it then reacts from there. Now, even though it might continue in that direction, it still gives you a nice strong reaction from there. That's why I said if you didn't get in the SPY at the open yesterday and play it up, if you was waiting on a setup for the puts, once it rejected out there 673 the first time, then you would have been able to jump in based off of what we were looking at. And so that's what we're going to be looking at. My plan is going to be simple. I'm going to wait for the price to decide which way it's going to go. And I'm going to play again. I use the 5-minute chart. Some people use the 15 hour. Just play with your chart and play your strategy and be disciplined with it, and then you'll be fine. If you try to go another route with it, it can become real stressful for you. So execute your plan and let it work for you, and you should be successful. This ain't financial news. This ain't financial advice. These just some ideas from me over here at Power Plays. I'm Jay Boogie, the Diesel. So if you want to check us out at Power Plays Palace. I mean at Power Plays, the Discord. This Power Plays Palace. If anything in this video helped you, man, share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. But until tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow for another Power Plays. Get your money, y'all.